Now, moving on. Why focus on mobility? Okay, number one, I already talked about it. And a lot of the stuff I'm kind of repeating, but I'm just trying to punch this home because this stuff is really, really simple, you guys. And my biggest goal with all the people that I work with is I want to simplify your life, okay? And your program should complement your life and not consume your life, right? So why focus on mobility? You're going to reduce your risk of injury. You're going to get faster results. Some of you thinking, wait, how do I get faster results in terms of transforming my body? Well, it's really simple. You know, we already talked about how strength is important to be able to do that, right? In order to get stronger, better, you actually have to increase the range of motion in which you're training to get stronger. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense, because you know, if you're, think about it, if you can only have a certain range of motion, you're only training a certain part of your muscle, okay? If you increase your range of motion and you train to improve that, and then you get stronger in a bigger range of motion, your muscle that you're training is getting stronger faster. Does that make sense? Because you're actually training the whole thing to its fullest potential, all right? And obviously, number three, less pain is another reason why you should be focusing on mobility. Those of you with, and you should write this down, those of you with you know, low back tightness, chronic issues there, the thing that you need to mobilize are your hips, okay? A lot of reasons why your back hurts is because it's compensating for what your hips are not doing, all right? So if you have tight hips, you're going to compensate in your low back, and your low back doesn't want to be mobile. Your low back wants to be stable. Your hips want to be mobile. So mobilize those suckers. And then the second part to that is strengthen your glutes, all right? And it's crazy. I see it happen all the time. All right, in a matter of weeks, guys come to me, they're like, I have this low back problem. Mobilize hips, we mobilize glutes, we give them the plan, they do it, boom. 3 weeks later, back pain's gone, and they never even think about it again. All right, same thing with knees, all right? Knees can be overly mobile. Knees are supposed to be pretty stable, right? They only go one direction. But knees can become overly mobile, and that's when you start to have pain if your hips, right? If your hips are tight. So you're going to compensate from your low back and from your knees, okay? And then if you do that, you're going to have, usually they happen both at the same time. It's like knee pain causes back pain causes knee pain, but the root problem is tight hips, okay? So mobilize those babies, all right? And spend some time, 2 days a week, 3 days a week, you know, 10 minutes when you get into the gym, before you do your training plan to get strong, mobilize your hips, you know, loosen up. Don't neglect that part, all right?